My opponent says animal testing is a huge part of what it is to be a human being. I disagree wholeheartedly with this statement, as it is a contradiction to my opponent's constructive speech in which she failed to address the list of superior alternatives I provided. She says the scientific community knows technology worked because of the animals that tested them. This doesn't make any sense because they are alternatives, not supplements, so by definition, they were not animal tested. Public health, as my opponent asserts, will not collapse because of these viable alternatives that she has already admitted are better than animal testing. To say that stopping animal testing would lead to the subjugation of forced tests on marginalized ethnic or economic groups is ridiculous. My opponent provides no evidence of her claim that we are testing on the prison population currently, and thus I will ask for this to be ignored solely based on the fact that it appears she has made it up. She continues with this notion that to ban animal testing would be to destroy society. I fail to see this as true because she has already admitted to two enormous points of mine: that it is morally impossible to ban animal testing, and that better alternatives exist. Nowhere in her second speech does she refute this fact. My opponent, throughout this entire debate, has tried to convince you, as the judge, of her counterplan's practicality and rationale, yet does not actually support this rationality. Once again, I will remind you that she has conceded to my points about how nowhere is it possible to defend animal testing from a moral standpoint, and how there are better non-animal testing methods that exist. My opponent's plan portrays her as immoral by her own admission. The world of the neg, as my opponent metaphorically references to her stance, is a world in which animal testing exists, yet cannot be justified as morally right in any regard. This world also has animals suffering horrific fates of being test subjects, yet acknowledges the vast availability of other superior testing methods. The reason you as the judge cannot vote for the opposition is that in this neg world, logic and sensibility are thrown aside in favor of a policy that contradicts itself and its creator. The United States federal government should ban all testing that requires the use of animals.